video we are going to do a camera review of iPhone 8 Plus, and I will be sharing with you different photographs which I have taken on this phone and all the features which are present in the iPhone 8 Plus camera. So without any further delay, let's get started, and let me start with the camera of iPhone 8 Plus. It is the same camera as was with the iPhone 7 Plus, but there are few differences. And if we see the main camera on the iPhone 8 Plus is f1.8 aperture, and the second camera is f2.8 aperture with quad LED flash, and only one camera on the back is optically stabilized and it has the optical image stabilization, and the front facing camera is 7 megapixel with f2.2 aperture. Let us move to the camera features which are present in iPhone 8 Plus, and now let's simply tap the camera button and start viewing the different features which are available. And starting with the top left corner, we have the flash button which usually is there, and then we have the live photo feature which was available in the iPhone 7 Plus previously. And there are many new features available which I will discuss shortly. And we have a new capability of recording videos in 4K with 60 frames per second. And first let's go into the settings, and in the settings if we scroll down, and here you will find the camera button, and if you go into the camera and you can find all the settings which are available for the camera. And starting with the preview mode, and here first is the camera mode, and if we turn on this toggle, what it does, it actually preserves your last setting where you left the camera. And if you go into the camera, and now if you go back to the main screen and come back into the camera again, the camera starts from where you have left it at. Again, going into the settings, and here you have the filter and lighting option. What it does, it actually preserves your last use filter. And we also have this live photo toggle here where you can control the live photos if you want to turn this on and off. Moving next, we have the grid option, and let me show you this grid option by going into the camera. And if you go into the camera, and if I make my phone horizontal in position, there comes a plus sign in between this grid option. What it actually does, it is an equalizer, and when these two plus signs meet with each other, it means that your camera is in the full horizontal position and you are ready to take the photo, and it will take the best photo. These two plus signs meet with each other, and this is a new feature available in iOS 11 which was not previously available. And in the preview settings, we also have the QR code scanning capabilities now available for the camera. By just bringing the QR code in front of the camera, it scans and give you the details. And in the record video options, we have multiple different options now available. For example, in 4K especially, we have 24, 30 and 60 frames per second video recording capabilities, which is amazing. And we have HD in different frames also, as well as with the 720p. And now if we have a look at the slow-mo videos, now we have a capability to record the full HD videos at 240 frames per second, which was not previously available thanks to the Apple A11 Bionic chip. And now we can record slow-mo videos at 240 frames per second. And next we have the format, which is a high efficiency and most compatible. And in the high efficiency, what it does, it actually saves you space, and if you do not want to save the space, you can select the most compatible option. And you can also turn on the auto HDR toggle and keep the normal photo toggle if you want. And now let's go back to the camera, and in the camera we have this button here which can be used to zoom in and zoom out. And one more feature with this button, and you can see now that I am using it to zoom in and zoom out, does not loses the quality up to 2x zoom. And next we have the portrait mode, and in the portrait mode we have many new features available: the natural light, studio light, and contour light, and the stage light, which is very best, and the stage light mono. And this one is my favorite, and I have taken photos which I will show you later on. Now we also have the ability to control the flashlight in the portrait mode, which is very great. If you are taking the portrait mode in the low light, then this feature can be enabled. And we have the timer option also available in the portrait mode, and we can also use the filters in the portrait mode now. And this is a very huge upgrade. This was very much needed for iPhone 8 Plus to bring this feature in the portrait mode too. These features will bring out more capabilities to the portrait mode and making more fun to use the camera of iPhone 8 Plus. And we have the square and the pano on the right side, and the same video recording capabilities. One more thing which I want to share is that if you tap on the screen for a longer time, autofocus is locked, and you can control the exposure very easily. And by just simply pressing on the screen, the autofocus is locked, and if you again press it, the autofocus is unlocked. And the same video recording on the left, same 1x and 2x optical zoom, which can be used in the video recording mode. And next we have the slow-mo, which is a huge upgrade now, 240 frames at full HD, and the time lapse at the end. Now we have a set of different photos which I have taken one, and let me show you the first one. And this is the photo which I have taken with iPhone 8 Plus camera, and you can see how much details this photo gives. It was a very beautiful experience taking photos with the iPhone 8 Plus, and many of my photos were just up to the mark and brilliant. And you should remember that this is the highest rated camera ever in any smartphone. It is 94 on the rating scale, and you can see this camera quality, the light, everything, the white balance, everything is perfect about this photo. And next up we have a portrait mode, and it also has a few enhancements, and this one looks just beautiful. Blurring is very excellent, and same here, you can see the details are very great in this photo too, with absolutely beautiful blur on the background. If you see this image, you can clearly interpret that the colors are very beautiful. These colors look just natural to the eyes. Everything about this photo is just perfect, with so much enhancement in the camera. These photos are just brilliant. And if we have a look at this image, you can see that this portrait just looks amazing, and every single detail is just beautiful. The background is so beautifully blurred, and the plant just looks deeply in focus with natural colors, vivid light, and all the beautiful things in the photo. By bringing the camera closer, I was able to take some brilliant photos, and this is one of them, and it shows so many details. You can see the color temperature is just perfect, and this camera is producing so many beautiful images with brilliant colors. The white balance, the light, everything is just perfect about this camera. And having a look on this image, you can clearly interpret that the in focus area of the photo, although it's not a portrait mode, but I just tapped on the autofocus and just bringing this flower in focus, and everything else is just blurred out completely, and so many details. The colors are just amazing and perfect. Though this camera is taking great photos, but this photo is one of my favorite. The color accuracy and the color temperature of the photo is just matching the real plant, and I can just say completely that this photo is just so realistic that it's giving a vibrant and vivid look, the most accurate photo I have taken. And this photo is taken on 1x optical zoom by a long distance to show you that how much photos differ from each other when taken on 1x and 2x, and this one was taken on 2x, and you can clearly find the difference. And talking about the latest features of the portrait mode, now we have the studio light, and you can see this image I have taken on the studio light, and this is the studio light mono, and it is just amazing, perfect experience to take these photos. Thing just blacks out at the side, and the thing which you are capturing in the camera just seems to coming up